Some candidates are worried the unpopularity of the president's health care bill could hurt their chances in November, but others say the president can only help. And the president is all but daring Republicans to run on a platform against his health care law.
This is what everybody's been hollering about as the end of freedom. And now that it's passed, they're already promising we're going to repeal it. They're going to run on a platform of repeal in November. And my attitude is, go for it. You try to repeal it.
Joining me now for a fair and balanced debate, two members of the House Energy and Commerce Committee, Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn, a Republican from Tennessee, and Congressman Engel, a Democrat from New York. Good to see you both. Mr. Engel, how involved should the president be in the campaign of your party's particular incumbents, since they are the ones who stand to feel the most backlash from the passage of the health care reform bill?
Well, let me first say that President Obama is welcome in my New York 17th District anytime. And if anyone from the White House is listening, I hope he comes as quickly as possible. He's going to do a fundraiser for the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee in New York in May, and I'm going to be there. I think it of course, varies. President Obama has taken tough stands on things. The health care debate has been clouded. There have been so many distortions and outright untruths about health care. But I think when the American people understand what the health care bill does, they're going to embrace it. If a child is 26 years old, he can now stay on his parents' insurance, and the insurance companies cannot deny you insurance coverage for a pre-existing condition or say there's a cap and we're not going to give you any kind of health care beyond that cap. So this will help the American people, and there's going to be other issues. Democrats are going to work on regulatory reform, jobs and the economy, education. And I think when November rolls around, people are going to see that the Obama administration and this Congress has done a lot more than many, many other administrations and Congresses in the past.
Well, you know, Representative Blackburn, there are those that you can't run away from, though, for the president, those approval ratings that are hovering still around 50% of people not liking the job he's doing. And so what say you about the opportunity here for the Republicans?
Well, I do hope that the president is out there campaigning on the health reform bill, on his $3.8 trillion budget, on some of the other missteps that they have had this year. The American people have spoken loud and clear. Enough is enough. This is an administration and a House and Senate leadership that spend too much. They're trying to tax too much. The American people are saying enough is enough. And one of the ways this is really shown up, the manifestation, has been the fight over the health care bill. Americans all across this country are saying, look, it's not politics. There is bipartisan opposition. There's only partisan support in Washington and across the country. You are seeing Democrats, Republicans, Independents saying, we do not want government control of our health care system. We do not want 118 new federal bureaucracies, and we don't want to be spending another $1 trillion to $2 trillion trying to figure out if this is going to work or not. So I think that it is going to be a heavy price for them to pay come November, and I hope the president is out there.
Yeah, I think I hear what you're saying is you want him to be at every campaign rally and rubber chicken dinner.
Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Engel.
You're right, Harris, I do.
Mr. Engel.
I think it's important for him to be out there. He has this is the kind of change he wanted to bring to Washington, so it's the change that he has brought. He owns it. He needs to be out there on the campaign trail talking about it, because it is change the American people did not want.
Mr. Engel, I'm curious to know how people in your party, though, might see this, because what Ms. Blackburn is describing is a big old target for Barack Obama in terms of getting out there. I mean, it could even do him some more damage, but certainly maybe not help everybody. I'll give you an example. In Illinois, certainly his help is needed. He promised to go back to his home state every few weeks. He hasn't been there in months. And the Democrat on the ticket to fill his very own seat is having a big challenge there.
Well, I think we'll see the president in Illinois and in a lot of other states. And let me tell my friend that in the past there have been incumbents who have dipped in the polls, starting from Ronald Reagan to George W. Bush and Bill Clinton, and they all regrouped their footing and got reelected. And I think that the American people will do the same. I think that the president is going to go around the country and explain what he's doing. You know, we don't need to be lectured about fiscal irresponsibility or mess. It's very hard for Barack Obama to clean up in 1 year the mess left behind, the economic mess, by the previous administration in 8 years. I mean, I think we're starting to see the economy come out of the doldrums. The jobs have been created for the first month in 3 years, 162,000 jobs this past month. So I think that we're going to see the economy improve. I think people are going to see, as Democrats in Washington, we're going to do jobs, 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 and the economy. We're going to rein in the banks who caused this problem in the first place, this economic problem. And I think when people look in November and they balance things, they're going to see that the Democrats and President Obama have been good for the country. You know, if you look at the polls, while Democratic ratings are down, Republican ratings are even worse than the Democratic ratings. So I think that people are going to look at incumbents and going to make judgments. And again, President Obama, if you want to come to New York and campaign in my district,
right.
I'd be delighted to have you.
All right. He went on a little long there. I want to give you just another 10 seconds, Ms. Blackburn.
I think it's important to say the American people know this country is on the wrong track. They know that you cannot. They know the Democrats are running up trillions of dollars in new debt every year. Their deficit was $1.4 trillion. The American people know this is wrong. They know it is time for us to reverse course. In 2010, you're going to see that borne out at the polls come November.
You know what I just felt? I just felt like the campaign just started. Like the election season is on with you guys talking. Okay.
I talk to Marsha all the time.
Representative Marsha Blackburn.
Elliot's a great guy, and he and I could work a lot of these things out together if they didn't have this leadership
and now
that they have in
moment
D.C.
of kumbaya. All right. Representative Marsha Blackburn and Elliot Engel, thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.